We are putting everything inside a cage because apparently that's a really good gimmick. Wrestling. Hello and welcome to Sam's on Wrestling, our penultimate episode of the Kurt Angle's debut year in TNA Saga. How are you feeling, Sam? The penultimate one.
Well, before I watched this event, I was rather pleased that it was the penultimate one, considering what I'd been watching in the past few pay-per-views. However, now, coming out of this pay-per-view, I'm a little bit sad, because actually I had quite a bit of fun.
It's so much fun, isn't it?
It's
this is the only reason I wanted to do this.
Really?
Whole saga was just to do Lockdown, because I knew you'd never seen it, and I didn't want to just start with it. I wanted to build you up slowly to it, because I freaking love that. And that's what we're doing today. We are looking at Lockdown 2007. This is the pay-per-view where every match is inside a steel cage.
You know what?
But every match doesn't need a steel cage.
Not at all. Well, you know what, Sam? I like this stipulation. I thought this was going to be just daft as like a concept and stupid because it's TNA and they always do things overly ambitious and wrong and it just doesn't make sense. I actually backed WWE doing something like this. I quite like it because I think everyone used it really well.
I disagree. I hate it. I don't think it works because it makes everyone limited and then you're just in a cage for no reason. Did you know how it actually came about?
Go on.
So they're in a meeting and they're trying to decide if they're going, we're going to do let's do a paper called Lockdown potentially, and they're going to put the two main matches inside a cage. And Dusty Rhodes, as a joke, said, why don't we do every match? Let's do every match in a cage. Every match in a cage. And they were like, and literally Dixie Carter went, and that's how it happened.
Never make jokes in front of Dixie Carter.
Never make jokes in a production meeting. This is how it ends up happening. So we are in to Lockdown 2007. It's April 15th, 2007. Not from the Impact Zone.
No, I know. I was right. It's in Missouri, isn't it?
We're in the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. 6,000 people in attendance, Sam.
Sam, I'm buzzing.
6,000. 6 times more than they get in the Impact Zone. Go on the road more, lads. This crowd was great.
Oh, it was great.
They wanted to be there. They were hot. Go on the road.
It was different. It was very refreshing. Also, talk about the set, Sam.
Lovely little set.
The set was great.
Really nice.
Yeah.
They worked it. This is what happens when you move around. You don't just stay in one place.
Yeah.
I was really happy that we were in somewhere else, and the crowd really showed it. Every war ends in a cage. No, it doesn't. Famously, they don't.
Some end in Berlin, some end in, I don't know, Warsaw, wherever.
Some ends in a meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
I have never looked at the end of the American, the Vietnam War, and they go, right, let's stop this, right? This has been a no-score draw. We keep advancing and you keep pushing us back. In a cage. Must end in a cage. One of my least favourite match types. I hate a steel cage.
I thought you were saying one of my least favourite wars. But yes, I really, really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was great. But before we get to the event though, Sam, I think we have to discuss one thing.
Go on.
No VKM.
I know! I was waiting for them. I was waiting for it to come. It never did. Sam, I was delighted.
Do you know where they were?
Where?
They were on the pre-show, Sam.
Oh, God.
They jobbed out Serotonin. Do you remember Serotonin?
I believe so.
Raven's little group.
Oh, of course.
So it was still Christy Hemme.
Yeah.
Christy Hemme got Serotonin to try and do this. I'm going to get a tag team to beat up VKM. Picked the jobbers of all Jobbington. She was wearing even less. She was wearing white curtains. Generally, it was just 2 strips like that. It was, ridiculous.
I see.
And then, obviously, they jobbed out. So they wanted to hit. She was getting angry because she gets angry at the end of the match. They were then, Raven then comes out going, I'm now going to, Raven comes out with a stick in his, I'm up here Raven gimmick.
Yes.
It was so weird. And he'd gone, I'm going to hit Christy Hemme with it. And then Kaz steps in front and goes, who's one of the Serotonin guys, I will take the hits for Christy Hemme. So maybe we're getting a babyface Kaz on the pre-show. No one cares.
No.
But yeah, we got no VKM. Yes. With our opening hype patches, Sam. So prisons.
Oh, I'm well into this intro. I love a TNA intro. The problem is it usually all goes downhill after it.
Do you want to know why it's such a good intro, by the way? Because they hired a WWE bloke.
Did they?
So he left WWE, and obviously we know WWE's video package stuff's brilliant. And they, the guy, I forgot his name, admittedly, and Jarrett White, do you want to come work here? I'll give you a bit of money. He went, yeah, sure. And then you can just see it in the video productions are just so good because this guy is a world-class, clearly editor. And it shows all these pay-per-views all started really interestingly, since the early history. They have been built by men to house the dark souls of society. Jeez.
I was well into that. I was like, come on. Yeah. And I was then really interested to see, oh, this would be cool for Abyss. And then it wasn't really expanded on too much.
They are cold, callous, and uncaring. Yeah. That sounds like Vince Russo's Tinder.
Yeah.
Fear, pain, and suffering will be felt by all. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Mainly the fans.
Yeah.
Watching two specific matches. Then a huge pyro.
Oh no! I was just saying the pyro was awesome.
I thought we had a little pyro, and then no, we're gonna keep going. It's like sometimes when you have space to do some pyro.
Yeah, that was great.
You know, you got to make it loud for the extra fans there. So only a little pyro because you only have to hit like the third row. Here, there's a fifth row.
I know.
So fans are rocking here in St. Louis. Hang on, stop. St. Louis? Aren't you in St. Charles, Missouri? It's 27 minutes away from St. Louis.
Oh.
It's not
I
close.
know to Americans that's round the corner.
But you're not in St. Louis?
To us?
Yeah, like literally, could you imagine being in Manchester going, here in Liverpool?
I'm not far off 27 minutes from you. I'm a bit above that.
Yeah,
so
but
it's
no
just
point
like
I
me
say
saying that I live where you live.
Do you know what? No, I was so annoyed when I heard that. I was like, you just said you're in St. Charles. I know that's not in St. Stop pretending you're in a bigger place.
It's like WrestleMania 29,
Yeah.
New York.
No, you're in New Jersey.
Yeah.
You're in New Jersey. We get a Black Machismo promo.
Yeah. This was interesting. This was surprising to me. I did not think that Jay Lethal's just up to random things.
What happened between the last pay-per-view and here? So what happened is Kevin Nash effectively went, you guys are boring.
Yeah.
My X Division friends. You have no gimmicks. So people like Sanjay Dutt started getting this like Indian guru gimmick.
Yeah.
And Jay Lethal became Black Machismo, Randy Savage, oh yeah!
I just wrote down, we are 2 minutes in, and we have a WWF, it's just the first thing we do. I'm like, right, here we go, we're back.
To be fair, Jay Lethal has a great impression. Have you
I know.
Have you seen his thing with Ric Flair?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
It's a Hall of Fame moment, Sam.
That's my line! That's my line! That's my line!
It's tremendous. But I have to say, he actually does an amazing impression. Jay Lethal is probably at his best when he's doing impressions of other people.
Yeah, I think Jay Lethal is actually a better wrestler when he's not being Jay Lethal.
Yeah,
Have you seen that they put up a graphics about the match? The X Factors.
Yes.
Which don't call it that because everyone doesn't think of you.
No.
One champion, usually. 4 challengers. Ooh, X-scape. Not escape. Has to be X because we are TNA. Escape from St. Louis. They don't have to.
They've done it.
They win.
Yes.
We all win. 5-way champions.
Everyone's a winner.
But also, let's say that we're in St. Louis. The loser has to escape the loser. They're not planning to stay.
Well, no, also
it's not Randy. It's not Randy Orton. It's not his home.
Also, the winner escaped St. Louis, so it's not really about the cage. No. The cage is the first step, Sam. That's the race starts now. They both land.
So you're saying it's a Top Gear race? You've got to get out there and pick your right vehicle.
One uses public transport, one uses a car. So the race is not over.
It's match number 1 for the first time, which I thought we were going to get more of, but we haven't. We've got a crazy X Division match, finally! Yeah. It is a 5-way. It's Jay Lethal, Black Machismo. It's Chris Sabin. It's Shark Boy. It's Sanjay Dutt. It's Alex Shelley. And it is an elimination until we get to the final 2, and then it becomes an escape match. Russo! Stop it!
He has to get involved, doesn't he? He has to do something.
Make them pin!
Yeah.
Make them pin!
Literally. And then it's a weird tag situation as well.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I know. However, Sam, should we talk about who comes out with Jay Lethal? Because obviously, I don't know any of this backstory. I'm just watching this. I'm just seeing Jay Lethal's Randy Savage. Okay, let's go with it. Who comes out with them, Sam?
It's Big Kev!
Kevin Nash comes out.
I'm getting sadder and sadder how less and less Kevin Nash is being used on pay-per-views.
Yeah, because then this is the problem. I was buzzing, and then he literally just goes, shakes his hand, walks back, and I go, no, Kevin. And then I go, Kevin's literally just got a paycheck.
He literally just got a paycheck. He's on camera.
And then goes
he's on camera.
Kevin, you genius.
But also, Sam, you're saying about the first look at Kevin Nash for the evening, and then that's done. This is our first ever look at Shark Boy.
Yes, now this was an interesting one.
Shark Boy!
I was like, right, this is going to be some really daft gimmick. You know, like that. Who was that weird judge who came on? The Bob Backlund gimmick. I was like, is he going to be really rubbish? Turns out,
no. Shark Boy's great.
No.
Do you know what? There's a famous thing about Shark Boy, right? So he's had this name for a long time, and he has copyrighted it. It's his, right? And he literally got a massive payday from a film that was called Shark Boy and called Flame Girl or whatever it is. I've forgotten the name of it. It was Lava Girl, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And they were like, pay me.
Nice.
Shark Boy, because it's entertainment. You can't just use that sort of
Yeah.
thing. So literally, I don't have to do independent dates anymore because I've been
incredible.
paid. So literally, you can now just bump once a month in TNA and just be like,
brilliant.
pay me.
Oh, quality.
Friggin' and
Love
also,
that for him.
by the way, he also got the gimmick treatment from Kevin Nash. He was Shark Boy before. He
Yeah.
became Stone Cold Shark Boy, and he came out in the vest while still dressed as Shark Boy. Love it. Let's get to the match, shall we, Sam?
Yes.
Right. So, why are we tagging in and out to cage match? Why are we tagging?
It's just daftness. It's
What?
like what you're going to get counted in,
Yeah,
and disqualified in the cage match.
This is the thing is, it felt like there were DQs on this night, and I'm going to moan about it a little bit later on. I'm not going to give a massive play-by-play of this match because it is a X Division match from 2007, so it's just spooge of moves. It's AEW of now, but when you do it once a night, it's great.
Right.
When you do it every single match, it means nothing. And this is what the difference is, because I spooge over this. This is great. This is awesome.
I love this.
And then suddenly they don't have another match like this, or maybe they might have one potentially. And this is the problem when this is all it is, because then it becomes less.
We talk about the importance of wrestling being a variety show, don't we?
It's a variety show.
That's what this is.
Should have women, your big men, your tags, your triple threats, and all that jazz.
Hardcore.
Yeah. So we got Sonjay Dutt and Saban start off with a gorgeous exchange. This is when we realise how good Sonjay Dutt actually is, and how fast he is. Oh my god. Huge Tower of Doom spot by Shark Boy. TNA chant. Crowd are hot. I wonder what they'll chant later. Here is where I start to realise that the ring mat looks really loose. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I thought that.
It looks like the Netflix one, the Raw Netflix one, because that looks like it looks like a
Like
really
a carpet.
ill-fitted carpet.
Yeah,
It looks really. I'm like, these guys are doing some crazy spots, and there's a cage. I wouldn't want to be like running really fast in it. Yeah, I thought it was a bit strange. We get Motor City Machine Guns before Motor City Machine Guns. How good was they?
These double team moves, I fell in love, frankly.
Because you don't get these in WWE now, really.
No.
And I was like, I was hoping we'd have MG at this point, but we didn't, not really. But I'm glad you got to see a little bit of them, because honestly, they are the best tag team who's ever lived in terms of doing moves.
Oh my god! Clean, Sam. I wrote this is proper wrestling. I just the double teaming and the coordination
And speed.
was insane.
They knew what the other one was doing. They've got it down to a fine art, and the people who've taken the moves also are in position every time.
No wonder they made them a tag team.
They are
You
awesome.
watch this and go.
Yeah, you just
lads.
like, Alex, let's get rid of that X Division title. Let's move that off from you because we need you two to be a team for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
They were awesome, and they via their tag team they did a splash with a leg drop off the top rope to eliminate Shark Boy. We lost Shark Boy, which then became a tag team match, a 2-on-2 tag team match. And I want to commentate that Lethal is doing really cool things. I want to commentate on what he's doing, and I want to mention it, but I'm so distracted by his hair.
Yeah.
Like, what is this haircut? Like, they put it on the screen, it's just like this little orange tuft at the front. It looks like he started dyeing his hair and gave up halfway through or ran out.
Yeah, it's ran out of ink.
Yeah.
It's not very much, man.
Do you know when you have a printer that's just starting to give up?
Yes.
That's what he looks like. It's black hair, and then it just slowly starts to get paler and paler. It's an awful haircut.
It's not great.
I was very distracted. And I'm like, Randy Savage never did that.
No, we didn't.
He had a big nest egg in the middle, but he never did that.
No.
So, yeah, I was a bit distracted. So we did some stuff. I remember him wanting to get back in the match, so throwing Dutt into the corner. I'm like, just stay in the match, lads.
No,
Like,
I kind of liked it though.
They weren't stopping MCGM doing their stuff.
No,
were they?
agreed. But then I went, okay, well, he's got to legally be able to pin him. So I was like, I actually kind of like that.
They did a "This is awesome" chant, which is clearly for the hair. This point, I remember that Shelley cost Team 3D in the last pay-per-view, if you remember. Like,
yes,
Shelley got involved in the
so did everyone.
and he did a frog splash.
Yeah.
And we've stopped that.
That's gone.
They barely mentioned
That's
that
gone.
again. That was like,
Fine,
after
maybe.
the X Division you go, we've got electrified cage to get through. Match turns into a tag, and we see the awesome Motor City Machine Guns do these incredible moves, so much so that they kind of take out Dutt with all these things, and then Lethal has to get himself in, but it's not enough because Dutt still has to fight them off, and Dutt with a lion salt from the top rope, which you can do when you've got a cage.
Yes.
Gorgeous. But then we get this dual submission moves by Shelley and Saban, but then they get reversed into other submission moves. Oh,
and I think
lovely.
to us who have watched a lot of the DIY stuff in NXT, we're kind of accustomed to this, and it can be a bit overdone nowadays.
But in 2007, this match is just so entertaining. Cradle shock on Dutt to eliminate him. That's Dutt out. So Lethal is now in a 2-on-1 situation. But don't worry, we sort that out very quickly, because Lethal with the Macho Man elbow, still better than CM Punk's, to eliminate Alex Shelley. And we're down to Saban versus Lethal, and the rules have to change. Imagine if you didn't hear the rule change, you would be well confused.
Yes.
Because you're there going, why not just leave the cage the first time?
Well, why is the ref just sodded off?
He did just leave.
Yeah, he literally just went, right,
walked
lads,
off.
I'm done. I'm eliminated.
Why couldn't he have stayed in the ring and then just had other wrestlers there? Why do you have to be... Like, what happens if he didn't get out in time?
Yeah. What if they got out before him?
Can I ask? Here's another thing as well. Could you not, if it's me and you in the match, and you know how I like to break kayfabe.
Sure.
Imagine you're in this match, right, and you're waiting. Could you just not wait till everyone's bit and I'll just go to the top of the cage and just wait,
just camp out, like you're on Black Ops Call of Duty. You're just camping out.
Just like, and 3, 2, 1, right? He's pinned Shelley and just dive off. And you won the match. You've turned it into a speed competition where it wasn't a speed to start with.
You've got a point, but then surely, and again, the wrestlers are mostly dumb in character anyway. But would they not just go, well, I'm not going to pin him then because you're going to just win?
But then dive off it. You know, there's many options.
Yeah. Well, I see the point.
They change the rules and then they decide we have to immediately have a race.
Yeah.
They don't even waste. It's like watching SmackDown. Here comes the pain.
I think a producer shouted, lads, finish.
Well, it's like when you're playing the old games and you play a cage match. In the end of the day, it's just like hit, move, and then you just run and get out as quickly as you can.
It's exactly like that.
Also, they decided to start punching each other on the cage. Drop down! Because if I'm punching you, guess what's going to end up usually happen? You might fall!
Yeah.
Oh, it was so stupid. The finish was actually quite good, though, with Saban kicks Lethal's leg, or as I like to say, kicks his leg out of his leg. And Saban drops down to the floor to retain the X Division title in 15:50. Sam, what do you think of the finish and what do you think of the match?
I was surprised that the finish was actually good and didn't ruin the match, because the theme of TNA matches is a good match until Russo books the finish. But this was a decent finish, good match, everyone looked good, and I actually very much enjoyed the match. I was actually, genuinely, my notes was pleasantly surprised and can't believe it.
And this is pretty much what all TNA pay-per-views pretty much do from this point on for the next few years, is just, we need an X Division match, lob them out there to do something cool to get the crowd hot, which then no one can match. It's WCW. First of all, can we just get a little counter going of matches that didn't need a steel cage? Here's number 1. They did not use it until they had to at the end, where they just climbed over immediately. Didn't need a steel cage. I always like to do my reviews at the end, because everyone loves a review. I've given the storyline 2.5. It's just 5 people going for a title, pretty much down the line. It's no story, but at the end of the day, a title match is always a story. But the match, I gave it a 4. It's one of the best matches we've seen so far in this arc.
It's great,
This saga, it's been brilliant. Absolutely loved it. We're backstage with Team Cage. They're very jubilant, and they've got the advantage now. We've got Scott Steiner just repeating everything Christian is saying.
I love starting an interview where they're all just distracted.
There's so many of them as well.
I love it, Sam. I wrote down, I would love to see a lads' holiday over these lot. I think it would be brilliant to see them go to Ibiza or somewhere like that. It'd be fantastic.
I just would follow Christian anyway. You know he's got fun in him. But can we talk about Christian? Everyone here is my family, except for Abyss, because he's an imbecile.
And then just catches straight from there.
And then Abyss goes, rah, 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 rah. And then Christian's like, meh. And Jim Mitchell goes, go back. And then just takes it like a chump. And you're like, I think we're trying to push the idea that Abyss is going babyface, but that didn't help. It's like, everyone here is family, except Abyss.
This is an idiot. If I'd been drinking some water, I'd have spat it out.
It was so funny, because it's so unexpected.
So random and out of nowhere, because they're all just getting on.
However, they laid down the story of the night, which they keep laying down over and over and over again, and over 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 again. But it lays down that Jarrett, who's now on team, we haven't had any Jeff Jarrett.
No.
We're doing a TNA saga, and there's no Jeff Jarrett. It's like, oh, well, there you go. That Jeff Jarrett is now on the other team. Can he be trusted? And that's what the story of the entire night is. And then we also learn, because there has to be more, that if someone wins, they get a title shot, even if they're on Christian's team.
Someone gets the pin or something.
Because you realise, because Christian couldn't get them to join his team without promising them a title shot, which he's never going to do. So that actually, I think, adds a really lovely element. However, we end this segment really weirdly. Shut up, Jim, Scott Steiner says. And then out of nowhere, Jim Mitchell goes to AJ Styles, if you get a title shot, Abyss's mother goes to prison. Like, what? Why?
What in the ad-lib is that?
Like, I know they brought Abyss's mum back on TV to convince him to be a bad guy and Jim has control. But I was like, what? Why does he doesn't win? What?
And then he kind of briefly apologised to Abyss and goes, nah, I don't need to apologise. It was so weird. I love an improvisation. That was weird.
Abyss's mother goes to prison. You're like, cut, lads.
I loved AJ's role in this entire thing. He is the new guy to the friendship group, all being nice and positive and just seeing all the bickering arguments. He's like the new boyfriend that's brought into the family of arguments. It's kind of there and happy.
He plays
issues.
He plays a bit of a dork for Christian for this while, because there's another scene in another pay-per-view, and Christian is like essentially, do you know who's really stupid? Do you know who's really annoying and I want to get? And stuff like that. And AJ goes, Samoa Joe? And Chris goes, yes! And Zeb's like, yes! Love AJ. Absolutely love it. Match number 2. It's Petey Williams again.
Oh, God.
Versus Bobby Roode. Glorious! Sorry.
Not yet.
God, TNA love using the vacuous Petey Williams. Like, I know he's relatively fun in the ring, but Jesus Christ, he is crap. He has nothing. Characterless, gimmickless. He also gets the gimmick treatment. He becomes Scott Steiner. Becomes little Petey Pump.
Nice.
So you get a promo of how bad Roode has been treating Eric Young, and he's still his owner. Eric Young can't do anything, but Eric's maybe got a friend. Maybe a friend. Is it Petey Williams? I don't think so. But Petey Williams is going to defend Eric Young because Eric Young can't do anything, but Eric Young does stuff. It's very confusing.
I actually like it.
Yeah.
I like the build to this.
I'm a bit more confused that Eric Young, Eric Young has done stuff, but Bobby Roode still hasn't done. I'm still working out why he wants to own Eric Young.
There's
only so much hoovering of popcorn you can do.
Yeah.
How much popcorn is he eating, and why is he eating it so random?
Yeah.
You know when you're in the cinema in the dark and everyone knows no one can see me eating this food, and you open it and you go, oh, I've really messed up.
Yeah. I mean, we all love a bit of cheap labour, don't we?
Yeah. So into this match that I didn't care for at first, Petey goes to slam Roode head into the door, but counters into an Uranagi. Great. Miss Brooks tries to add some interest to the match by slipping a hockey stick, but she's struggling to keep her inside her top because she's not wearing the top that fits.
No.
Yeah, that's mainly the problem, and you're very distracted by it. And I'm not talking from a male standpoint. You are just going, you're going to fall out of that, aren't you?
Yeah.
It was very distracting. But Eric Young stops her. So I'm with the hockey stick. I've got the hockey stick now. And he kind of pushes her over. Huge pop for the pushing over. Even of a heel. Jesus, lads. Roode flips Petey, lands on the top rope, and then jumps backwards into a Hurricanrana. So he flips him over, lands on the top rope, then jumps backwards into a Hurricanrana.
Because he's doing it from the cage as well. I thought, what an incredible spot. That alone, I enjoyed this match.
Literally, that got me into the match, because at this point, I'm like, this is a TV match.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was a TV match.
One of those inventive uses of a cage I've done. And ambitious and bold.
Really, really great. Roode shows how professional he is because Petey completely whiffs a drop kick, completely missed. And what does Roode do? He doesn't sell it. Matt Hardy, Royal Rumble 2001.
Jinder Mahal, greatest Royal Rumble.
If you don't get hit, don't sell the thing. Petey demands the hockey stick, and Eric Young obliges. So then, for some reason, so he hits him a couple of times, and then Earl, for no reason, takes it off him. It's a cage match.
Yeah.
No, it's no DQ, it's cage.
Yeah.
You can do what you want. Let me have the hockey stick. What's wrong with you?
I know.
It's Hell in a Cell 2019 all over again.
Yeah.
I've got a large hammer, you'll kill him. Oh, great. He signed up to it.
Hell in a Cell.
Oh, my God.
I know.
And then Roode finished the match. He hits a perfect plex, which he's called the payoff, and Roode wins in 10 minutes. Sam, what do we think? First of all, can we just throw up another counter of a match that didn't need a steel cage?
No, agreed.
Match number 2.
Yeah. However, I think, I remember this match for 2 main points. That Hurricanrana.
It's unbelievable.
Was beautiful.
Which is why you keep using Petey Williams.
Yeah.
But just lob him into the X Division stuff.
Yes.
Just keep them in there.
Exactly. And then the second one is P.T. Williams trying to spit and just, you see the saliva everywhere. I was like, that's a lovely image.
Yeah, I don't need that, really.
No, I don't need that in my
But
image. But I actually enjoyed the match.
I did as well.
Surprised.
At first, I thought it was a TV match. I really did. I was really bored by it. But because of those moves, I gave the match a 3. And I think it really deserved that. I think the story's a 3 as well. It's only a 3 because I don't care about P.T. Williams. I'm like, why is he involved? He's clearly not the friend we're talking about here. There's clearly another friend. I actually don't know who that friend is. We are now into, I've stopped, like, keeping up. So I'm like, I know, I don't know. So I'm intrigued. I actually don't know who it is. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more Eric Young in our final pay-per-view. Hopefully we get some conclusions at Sacrifice.
Yes.
Backstage with Kurt Angle, and he's with Rhino. Kurt wants the order changed because they've lost the advantage. Rhino is having none of it because Jeff Jarrett.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so Angle was trying to change it, wasn't he, so that he could go first?
So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to stop Jeff going last, maybe. I'm not sure. Because the idea is they had the advantage at first, where they would have entered first. But obviously, you're baby faces. You're not meant to enter first.
No, of course.
So the heels got the advantage because of Jeff Jarrett. And they were worried that he's going to cheat. So I think maybe it was about sending him in last, and so they're always behind. I'm not sure what the idea was. But Rhino was having none of it. So I don't know what. Because Kurt wants Jarrett and trusts Jarrett.
Yes.
But Rhino doesn't. But then if you don't trust Jarrett, wouldn't you want him in later, earlier?
Anyway,
when would you want him in? I don't know.
Oh,
Would you want him in later? Because he can't ruin the match and go immediately 3-on-1.
Maybe you put him in first because he's so knackered he can't really betray.
Great idea. There you go. But no, Kurt Angle's going to start. Match number 3.
I know. I'm well buzzing. The MVP of this entire series, Gail Kim. I'm well happy.
The women are having a match.
A match.
It's not a tuxedo match against the Fat Man.
They're both wrestlers.
They're not in a tornado tag. They're not
To
in
the
a tag
cage, Sam.
They're in a one-on-one.
To the steel cage.
It's happening!
I'm buzzing.
Match number 3, it's Miss Jackie versus Gail Kim. First ever TNA women's cage match. Of course it is, it's your first ever women's match. Let's be honest here. But TNA still can't help themselves. What's it called in the video package? A cat fight in a cage. For God's sake!
We're
Lads.
so close.
Oh, we were there. We were there. But yes, Sam, finally, they show a video package, and these guys have been going to war, and it's like something built from the storyline quite nicely that these two really don't get on. And I'm really looking forward to it. However, someone in the crowd wasn't looking forward to it. Did you see the sign in the crowd?
No, go on.
Sign in the crowd, women shouldn't wrestle because they can't. Who was holding it?
I don't know.
A woman.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But was it focused on, or was
it was
like
literally, when they were fighting next to the announcers table,
oh,
they were in the front row next to the announcers table. So thankfully not on the hard cam, but it was there, and you're like, gee, what is wrong with you? There you go.
Wow.
TNA Florida, St. Louis in 2007 says a lot. Well, I think they can wrestle, and that's fine now if they can. Jackie is finally wearing some good wrestling gear.
Yes. Although I was very surprised to see the Confederate hat in the promo package. I was like, oh.
Well, she's Texan, and
Indeed.
we'll ignore that.
Yeah.
Big Tick, Blood Feud started fighting before the bell. Yes. We like that.
Yes.
However, then Jackie does a pratfall and rolling towards freedom.
Yes.
She literally gets one punch and she just keeps rolling. She clearly rolled and then went, oh, I've actually misjudged how long the ramp bit is.
I've got to keep going. It's like, when you're a kid and you're on a field and you want to roll down a hill and it's really fun. I really got those vibes.
Yeah. Things are, in this case, we rolled down the hill and it got halfway and I don't want to roll down the hill.
Yeah.
You can't stop because
No.
you got the momentum.
Still going.
But then you realise that they rang the bell before the cage. They got in the cage.
Yes.
So, question.
Have they already escaped?
But then if I throw you then into the cage, do I then win?
No. What you do is you throw them into the cage, you get in and just get out again. Just take one step in and get out.
The bell.
Dip your toe in like in a paddling pool. Just dip your toe in and then get out. No.
Now, Sam, I'm just going to point this out now, because there might be people who are watching this who know about this pay-per-view. And this pay-per-view is famed for 3 things. The 2 matches, and it's actually famed for a thing in this match. However, I don't want to give it very credence, because I like to respect people. And I don't think, you're so innocent, I don't think you would have noticed.
Go on.
Okay, so I'm not going to mention it. So I'll whisper it to you if you want. So this is the only time it gets mentioned. I'm not even going to mention it. So. Yeah, you're so innocent, you would never notice that because you're a lovely human being. And I didn't notice it, only it's just been mentioned 1,000 times. And I'm not mentioning it because guess what? Respect. But if you know, you know. And if you don't know, Google it. Beautiful German suplex by Jackie, and you went, they can wrestle. I thought women can't wrestle, said the fan, but this is a beautiful German suplex. Jackie then tries to smash Gail into the cage, and somehow they both end up being smashed into the cage.
Yes, and how that goes on. There's an invisible person that's also throwing Jackie in there.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how that actually worked. A huge missile drop kick from Gail
Yes.
Kim. Is it the best missile drop kick
one.
you've ever seen that's not Daniel Bryan?
It's up there. It's
a
up there because
good
the
one.
back bump that she takes.
That's
is
the
one.
thing.
And I also know on that TNA ring as well.
It hurts.
That
It hurts all the way. Every single
Yeah.
person who's done an interview go, I prefer the four-sided ring, but I'd rather have the 6 before Identity, but I don't want to wrestle in it.
Yeah, exactly. And for someone with a smaller frame as well, like Gail Kim, that does a lot more on her as well.
Absolutely.
She's got less padding.
Less
to actually-
cushioning.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we get the drop kick they show from the top of the cage.
Yeah.
What a camera angle.
I know.
Production.
I'm well over
And I was like,
It's great.
WWE, get this camera angle. What a
Yeah,
fantastic camera angle. It's above the cage. So it's not like the Wile E. Coyote shot. It's like from an angle. It's really cool. Really loved it. So in trying to leave, Jackie stops Gail, but Gail slams the door in her face. And she could just leave. She could just go that.
I like this.
But she goes, no. You know. She then decides, I'm going to climb the cage.
I get it. So, and the commentator's like, oh, she's trying to escape the cage from climbing up it. I'm like, are you dumb?
No, that's not what's happening right now. And she goes for a crossbody, which she totally misses.
Doesn't get all of this up.
And you know, it's not Gail's fault. It's Jackie. If you watch the replay, Jackie is perfectly in position and then takes a step forward. And they try and sell it like she's been hit in the head.
You've got to.
But like from a crossbody, that's not going to hurt.
It's
that
a shame
much.
because it should be a really famous spot.
But
in
she misses
TNA,
it. But what TNA don't do is you then show 7 replays with a slow motion. Stop
so
showing
TNA.
it!
It's so TNA to do that, though. I respect it. Lean into it. I still think it can just about pass with
I
that
think
angle
you
there.
just get
'Cause
away
you can
with it.
say, I mean, ultimately, if
The
someone
commentators did well to cover
yeah,
it.
if someone did hit you in the head from that height,
Yeah,
it's gonna
maybe,
work. You're
maybe,
gonna probably not
Maybe
kick
a
out.
bit of whiplash, but it's like it doesn't look great in the grand scheme of things. What did you think of the match though, Sam? First ever women's match, 1-on-1 TNA. We've literally
I enjoyed it.
We're on pay-per-view number 6.
I know.
We've not seen a women's match.
Absolutely. And after all that Gail Kim has gone through in this run, my word, I was happy that she got this. They've clearly gone, right, these two actually, it's time.
Well, the TNA Women's Knockout Championship's coming. Not in our saga, but it's coming soon. Maybe when we return. When we return, it comes. But just to finish off this match, first of all, I gave the match a 3. Again, thought it was really good. Thought it was really entertaining. People said it wasn't, and I disagree. The story's a 3 as well. So far, some really good scores from me. 6 and 6s and stuff.
And again, Sam, what's really puzzling me at this point whilst watching the show, as someone who doesn't know what's coming at all, I'm getting really uncomfortable at the amount of logical and good finishes.
It's very good.
So I'm getting quite unsettled. I'm thinking, what are you preparing me for? You know when like in a relationship, where husband and wife, they're always bickering, and the husband's suddenly nice to the wife for no reason. He's like, what's going on? What's going on? I felt like the wife. I'm like, Vince Russo, what are you planning? What are you doing? What are you buttering me up for? I was really on guard here.
Oh, don't worry.
And then I found out.
You became toast.
No, yeah.
We'll just finish off this one. She then, Gail Kim then hugs Don West, but shakes the hand of Tenay. That tells me everything in my eyes what people think of Mike Tenay and his grossness. Backstage with a very confused Bob Backlund.
Oh, Sam, this is bad, isn't it?
He's got his finger, his bent, weird finger, and he's whispering using his thesaurus with words that no one's ever heard of. But because TNA don't have a boom mic or no sound elevation, you hear nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it's just an awful programming. It's the bent. He's going to finger you. That's what he's going to do. That's the threat.
It's a lovely image.
He's going to finger you. I just thought this was awful.
No.
And then when I saw them, I was like, oh, we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Again!
Sam, I've decided in this run that Bob Backlund might be the least funny or entertaining wrestler I've ever watched.
It's getting
he's
there.
he's actually awful.
He's so
I
bad.
don't know, is he a really weird person and he just thinks he's being funny?
I don't know.
I've never seen someone with a lack of sense of humour.
He's off his rocker. He's absolutely off his rocker.
And I'm just like, why do we keep on putting him on TV? Like,
why do we give him this one feud that doesn't go anywhere?
Are we giving him a contract that we've just got to give him these appearances?
Well, I don't,
to get
is he mates with Russo or something? Or Jarrett? I don't know. But let's get through it as quickly as we can.
Yes.
It's match number 4. It's Senshi versus Austin Starr again, but with Bob Backlund as the referee. Okay, so both of them are here. Put them in the X Division match, lads. Let's just put them in there. You can have them still be feuding, but then they can have an extra element to the match one could cost the other, and then one could get annoyed, and just put it in there. Okay, Dom, put these two in the ring, and we get something electric. Well, we've had 2 cracks at it, and we haven't.
No.
So maybe the third, or maybe you're talking about the cage from later. TNA, talking about Backlund, says, I don't know if he's a member of the human race, but let alone Harley race. And you're like, because they were talking about Harley race, and it's just like, good dig there, TNA, at the mad Bob Backlund, who's meant to be the babyface. Oh, so why is Bob Backlund berating them? It's like, and why are you breaking them up and all that? It's a cage match. It's the 3rd time now already in 4 matches.
Sam, Bob Backlund has to be the main character of all his matches, Sam.
Also, a special referee in a cage, pointless.
Yeah.
Like, literally pointless. Like, it's so pointless. Anyway, let's just go through a few of the crazy stuff that happens in this match. Senshi goes for a springboard. Star catches up with him and makes it into a powerbomb and then into a half Boston crab. Mwah. Yeah, Austin Aries is a great wrestler, isn't he? Let's be honest. Springboard back kick looked great. Love that. It was like watching Backlund in 72.
Of course.
They smash Star into the cage door, but Backlund's okay with that.
Yeah,
he's all right with that.
Even though he's
can't do slightly punches in the corner, but
for the rules.
Okay for the.
I think at some points in this match he just switches off I did, frankly.
But smashes into the cage. That's famous catch as catch can.
Of course,
that's what they always do. Shenley goes for the Warrior's Way. Star pushes Backlund into him, which he then falls off the top rope. He then hits a gorgeous 450 for a 2.
Yeah. And I'm just going, here we go.
This
is where I go. Here we go. This is the TNA that I know and don't love.
They can't you just end the feud here with Star and get the upper hand and then you lead to Star Backlund? Why does it have to screw again? Star gets angry at Backlund for a normal 2. It would have been better if Backlund had been out of position from the push. Literally, they missed.
Like sorting out a turnbuckle.
Which is what I reckon was meant to actually happen. I reckon it was meant to be, he pushed him in, then did the 450. I reckon Backlund's meant to be on the floor selling and then turn around after missing it.
Before that 450, it looks for all the world like they're about to do the ref bump.
Yeah.
Because Backlund's right behind Austin Starr as she comes and runs at him.
Yeah.
And then Backlund just moves.
I think Backlund messes up this. I'm convinced because it was just a normal 3 count that he kicks out. If you'd have done a slow one because you took ages to get into position, that would have been better. Star gets angry at Backlund, who pushes him, cheats, so apparently he doesn't care about the rules. Senshi rolls him up for a 3 in 9.57. Sam!
Well, I just discovered that Backlund isn't fit enough to be a referee.
No, he's not fit enough. He's not fit enough to be on telly.
No, he really isn't. I just was delighted it was over, Sam. I've got to admit. I find Backlund actually really jarring and boring.
The annoying thing is the match is good.
Yeah.
That's the annoying thing. Again, it's like the same as last time and the time before. Match is really good, but this thing's getting away. I gave the match a 3 because I actually thought it was a good match. It was really entertaining, and then just got ruined by the finish. And the storyline can have a 1.5. And I think we're going to be very generous with a 1.5.
I think that is generous.
But Sam, this is not finished. I've got more information for you. So first of all, Star is crazily yelling at the camera. Do you remember that? We were absolutely mad. By the way, match number 3, they didn't need a cage. He yells, Backlund, you started a war. You think you're crazy. So clearly we're leading to more things. So we've got one more pay-per-view left, Sam, which is Sacrifice. Do you reckon we'll see them at Sacrifice?
I hope not.
No, we do not.
Yay!
Because 3 days later, Star was suspended for refusing to tape vignettes on his day off.
Oh,
and rightly so.
Rightly so, absolutely.
Pay me.
It's day off.
Pay me. Your TNA, remember, paid them for working on the day. So they might have filmed multiple TNA shows in the one day. Then we're doing all the vignettes, and they get paid £25. So he was like, pay me. So he then still did them. But TNA gave him the bad attitude moniker.
Wait, he even still did it without being paid?
He still did them. He got paid. He got paid, it was on his days off. Right. And he literally asked for his release, and it was granted. So that is the end, currently, of Austin Starr and this From TV Land gimmick. And he will return to TNA eventually as Austin Aries and have a much better run before going to WWE and not having a good run. Before going back to TNA and having an even worse run. Yeah. A really bad run. Oh, that match is not good.
No.
Samoa Joe promo. Joe was told that no one heard Backlund earlier with his promo, so Joe went, I'll make sure they can hear me.
Yeah. Joe loves a bit of volume.
Stop yelling at me, Joe. I didn't bring Jarrett.
At least turn the mic volume down.
It was ridiculous. They don't have one. It's a live mic.
I know.
They haven't got any elevation. It was just stop yelling at me. He said nothing, by the way. It was mainly just, wah, I don't want Jarrett. Yeah. He did then say his cool line, I will break you, I will maim you, I will kill you. Great line, but at the end of the day, it was just, I don't want Jarrett on my team.
Spot on impression.
I thought it was exactly that. And we were going, how many now have we had here about talking about Jarrett? It's 3. It's like Poochie. Got to talk about when Poochie's not there. Talk about Poochie. Where's Poochie? Match number 5.
Oh, Sam. Sam, it's not good, is it? It's not good, mate. This I'm fascinated to see your star rating. Because they were doing the whole, like, blood feud. We finally actually get this feud we've been waiting for ages.
3 months we've been talking about this
Chris
feud.
Harris is finally back. And then he's got this whole vision thing. He's got like 35% of his vision power. I'm like, mate, you should see my contact lens prescription. I've got about 20%, mate. I'm fine. I don't know what you're on about. But you think, okay, it's going to be some hardcore match that's really going to risk his eyesight or something. What's the match stipulations?
Match number 5, it's Chris Harris versus James Storm in a steel cage blindfold match.
What an oxymoron that is.
You know the gimmick that's a comedy match? It's a comedy.
You know, is this the thing? It is a comedy match.
It's a comedy match in this, the most blood feud of blood feuds that TNA currently have. They essentially went, well, I'm blind. No, you're not. You're 35% vision. Which your doctor just went, go and crack on then, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
You know, if you could risk your vision, the doctor just signed him off and TNA went, yes, of course you can carry on. Oh, it's just... So Storm needs to empathise with Chris Harris's vision issues. And
Walk a day in my shoes.
Oh my God. So we... this match.
I'm
going to let you know this now. I'm going to try and do as best as I can, but I cannot do justice for this match.
This is hilarious.
This match is so great, so famous for why TNA is TNA.
It's so TNA.
So let's go through a few things. First of all, a fan puts on a blindfold. and literally it was like foreshadowing. A better blindfold was in the crowd.
Well, he enjoyed this match more than I did.
He really did. Yeah. Oh my God. So these blindfolds, Sam, are they expensive?
I'm going to go no. I'm going to go this is the bag that they keep the turnbuckles in and they just used it.
You're not far off. They were made by TNA wrestler Johnny Devine, who was in Serotonin, and he made them on the day.
Brilliant.
It's a bag with a bit of string, which at no point did they think, let's tie the string. They didn't tie the string on either of them.
No.
They put the bag on, and they kind of half-heartedly, and they went, nah. And you're like, it's a bag, Lance. It's not a blindfold. It's a bag.
It's not as if you're going to be, moving around much in a wrestling match and taking bumps.
I mean, also, before the match even starts, we get a mild fire Russo chant. All red, and you're like...
Oh. It's bubbling.
So, Storm got the ref. So, the ref, like, unbiasedly, like, after he lost his first bag, he was like... He now knows where Storm is, because he knows where Harris is, because his bag's come off. So the ref puts the bag on and then spins him.
I love that. I love that.
Now, not only does Storm not know where he is, he's now dizzy.
Brilliant. And then he gave up on that idea quite quick, didn't he, the ref?
So this blood feud turns immediately into a comedy match with both of them missing punches. And what do the crowd start chanting immediately? We want wrestling.
I missed
like,
that chant.
It was immediately a we want wrestling chant. You know, like, and then I was just sat there going, could you not just climb out?
Well, yeah, you just find the cage.
Yeah, you just have to walk to a side, because it's a 6-sided ring, you're going to find one, and then just leave.
Yeah.
It's a cage match. Could you not just... I'm pretty certain I could climb out of a cage blindfolded quite comfortably. It was a normal... It's not like the WWE one, which is the chain
quite
one.
Easy to climb.
It's a square one.
Yeah.
I just look at, could you not just leave? Chris Harris points to get the crowd.
Stole the Rhino spot.
Stole the Rhino spot, which is actually stolen from the WrestleMania 6 spot with Jason Roberts and Rick Martel. That's where it comes from. And they mildly help the crowd. Even though
they're not into the
because they're
match.
going, we want this something to happen, because nothing happens.
Yeah.
So they're like, maybe we'll help. Yeah. Maybe we'll help. So Storm gets laid out and the blindfold goes flying.
Oh, slaves.
So then the ref tries to put it back on, so the blindfold's gone number 2, and we get a loud, boring chant. And then you see Storm's string fall to the ground.
Oh.
And they don't think to put it back in. They never tied it. So the ref gets rid of the string. So now Storm just has a loose sack on his head.
Bag.
He's got a bag on his head. And guess what? The bag comes off again.
It's like watching Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania 21, Sam.
It really was.
The amount
That's what I had in my head. It was just
It's
constant. You could
exactly
tell
that.
that both of them are like, I must hold on to this bag, but you can't do that because you're not going to. That looks rubbish.
Yes.
Oh, a move! A reverse DDT from the top. We're gonna move.
I know.
A move.
Buzzing.
We get a cutter from the top. Storm doesn't sell it because he's busy trying to keep the bag on. They then climb the cage, and this is when I actually thought, why can't you just leave? And the commentators were going, could you just leave? And they didn't know.
If the commentators don't know, then what are we doing?
So then Harris punches Storm, bag goes flying again, but Storm is, like, they're both on the top rope, so Storm has to kind of pretend to be dazed because you can see Chris Harris.
He's like, whoa.
And Chris Harris blindfolded hits a perfect spear. If I was Storm at that point, I'd go, wow, I can't compete with this guy. He clearly has the sense.
Exactly.
And we get a blind spear. Harris's bag comes off now during that, but he's on the floor, so he's like kind of putting it back on. We get a full Nelson slam by Harris. Blindfold comes flying off.
Again.
Ref does a 2 count anyway while Harris is pinning him with his blindfold off.
Yes.
Ref just carries on.
Allows that.
Harris then puts the ref in the sharpshooter, which it takes him a while to realise is not the ref. He didn't think, hang on, this ref is about 50, 60 pounds
and
lighter.
And also has trousers
Well,
on.
that's what he spotted. He's felt the trousers. That's what he realised. And it was at this point that Harris is doing the sharpshooter, not working out. The Storm takes his bag off, which for 2 reasons I have to question. 1, you've already had it lost a million times, so it's lost all meaning. And 2, how did you know the ref wasn't staring at you?
Yeah, how did you know the ref was down?
Even if he's in pain, he might be going, bag's off. So anyway, while the ref is in the sharpshooter by Storm, he takes the bag off voluntarily, flips him the bird, super kick, and he gets the win in 9:05. Sam, views? Have you ever seen a match fall apart so fast?
It was 9 minutes and 6 seconds too long.
It was so long.
This was a slog, but also you just got to laugh, otherwise you'll cry. It's such a shame because, again, if this was some other random match, I'd actually really enjoy it. But it's the fact that it's such a blood feud. They built it for months.
Yeah.
And this is all they've got.
It's ridiculous. Like, why you went with a comedy match? You could have had a cage and it would have been fine.
Yeah, exactly.
You
This
know.
was the match that could have actually used a cage.
And it was, by the way, just unrelated, match number 4 that didn't need a cage.
Yeah.
You want to know my star rating, so I'll go the storyline is a 3.5, Sam. Because finally it didn't involve P.T. Williams or someone like that. You know, it was actually those two. The match I gave a half star. And I gave it a half star because I laughed my ass off so much that I clearly enjoyed it. So I can't give it a 0. But Sam, this match is the best match ever. But can I say one more thing before we move on, Sam?
Go on.
They had other blindfolds.
What do you mean? Oh, with them?
They regarded them as not good enough.
What do you mean? So they had spare ones?
They had ones from beforehand. That's why Johnny Devine made them on the day. Because they went, these aren't good enough. Johnny...
What, do they have like a sleeping mask?
Something like that. They regarded them as not good enough.
Oh my word. And then you get a wrestler to make them. Jesus Christ.
Angle and Sting promo. We don't trust Jarrett, number 4. Okay, I don't think he has changed. I don't. Okay. What? Angle at the end, this job sucks. Of course it does. What do you mean? Like, I'm now sick of these ones. We have to talk to every member of Team Angle individually for them to go, meh, I don't like Jarrett.
But then that's all the stuff they've been saying on weekly programming anyway.
And then Sting went, I'll trust him for today. That's not the point!
No.
Sting doesn't get stuff. Like, he proved it with his main event Mafia gimmick that he kind of went, we're meant to be a heel, I don't want to be a heel. And you're like, you're heel stable. What's wrong with you? Sam, just really important question though at this point. Do you think Team Angle don't trust Jeff Jarrett?
Oh, I have a suspicion, Sam, there's a bit of friction in the water.
Yeah. We'll have to find out.
Yeah.
Match number 6, it's Jerry Lynn versus the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. It's actually been 4 pay-per-views since we've seen Christopher Daniels in a match. Daniels has had to look within himself, and he's decided he needs mild face paint.
Yes.
He's no different.
His face paint is just as a bit rubbish to me.
It's the fact that this gimmick is meant to be like, I am the Fallen Angel. I like look up, no, you're the Fallen Angel, so you would look down. But like, also, it's like, he's still Christopher Daniels in the ring.
Yeah.
He hasn't changed his in-ring style. No. He's still Christopher Daniels. Right, lads. Follow the last match. Off you go. Right. We start off with playing Possum. He then wrings the neck of Jerry Lynn to demonstrate that Daniels is now a heel. So possum work, and then he wrings the neck. Daniels steals a cameraman's cord and chokes Lynn. Where's Backlund? We've got to stop this.
Exactly.
Got to stop this. Daniels slam, and then we get best moonsault. Never does it in time. Let's try it again. Best moonsault ever missed.
Yeah.
A TKO by Lynn. We get a kick out. TKO by Daniels from the top rope. Kick out. This is awesome chant. Well, that changed it all around, didn't it?
Exactly.
How
this
did
is
we do
actually
that?
a good crowd that just want a bit of wrestling.
Oh my god. They're so different. Both tried to kill each other by doing top rope devastating moves, which is obviously not going to happen. But then we get the last right with Daniels not doing the winged angel move now. It's doing the last right. And he wins this very quick fire, but actually was surprisingly longer match than you realised match in 13:29. It just flew by, didn't it, this match?
Yes, well, I like, again, a bit of a short match. I don't mind like a 10 to 15 minutes.
This is what WWE should be doing now.
Exactly. Not all these matches have to be 20. I liked it.
I loved it.
Good pace to it.
Really good.
And quite refreshing.
And it was nice. I just wanted to get through it quite quickly because not a lot actually happened in the grand scheme of things.
But sometimes you don't need to have a lot happen.
But in the end, it was a really good match. I gave it 3.5 stars because it was actually so much better than some of the others because it was just pure wrestling. There was no gimmicks. There was no, we've got to cheat here, we've got to do this here, we've got to do that here. Because that ruined like the Bobby Roode match. And it was like, oh, that ruined that. And then the weird things with the X Division ruined that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're like, and the Gail Kim and Jackie whiff from the top rope. You're like, this one, to the point, no botches, no mistakes, because it's two of the best wrestlers who have ever lived getting to wrestle. I gave it 3.5 stars. And I gave the storyline 2.5 because it's just the same stuff that's going on. You know, the heel turn doesn't matter. A Team 3D promo.
Oh, here we go, Sam.
They are holding all the belts.
I was really surprised to see this, that they got these belts on. Like, were they allowed? Were they given permission?
So first of all, just so you know, they are holding the WWE belts, the WCW belts. They've got the ECW ones, and I think that they also have the New Japan ones as well, the little ICBs. So they've got all the belts they've ever won in every promotion. And you're asking, are they allowed to do this? Nope. But essentially, why did WWE not like sue? Effectively, it's technically promoting the brand, so they're like, that's fine. They're not saying anything disparaging against it. Who cares?
No, I agree.
I think
that is what it comes down to. Who literally cares?
So Bubba says he wants the NWA titles to kind of complete the set. They're trying to demonstrate that they've won every single title belt. But the problem is, the reason you don't win the NWA titles is because you never have a shot at it. They just don't defend it.
And then they do lose the non-titles anyway, so...
United States put up electrified fences to keep you out. Tonight is designed to keep you in. Jesus Christ, Bubba.
Yeah.
They tasered Spike Dudley in the build-up.
As you do. Look, it's a poor Spike.
And then you hear, we're going to have a steel cage match. And go, so you can finally get rid of LAX. You know, you've demanded this match. Conan can't get involved. The LAX people can't get involved. LAX issued the match! Yeah. It was their challenge! You're like, that makes no sense!
Yeah.
Why would they, who don't want to lose their titles as heels, want to have an electrified cage match? Isn't the whole point that Dudleys will want you to not run away, not go away?
And the entire theme of this entire feud, which has been pretty awful, has been that
everyone get involved.
A bazillion people get involved. So
Latino
actually,
Nation.
The fact that it's electrified, they should hype up the fact that, well, then no one can climb into the cage. That should purely be the reason it's electrified. But no, I mean, this is bad, Sam.
No, it's not great.
It's not great.
10,000 volts of violence. Then we have a Conan promo who just says not a lot. Yeah. But it's nice to see Conan. Yeah. I can't remember science. Sam, you're younger than me. You might do some GC. 10,000 volts. So first of all, isn't it amps is what does the damage, not volts?
Yes.
Volts is like potential. And amps is the actual thing. Yeah. I am not wrong, right?
I don't think so, but then again, this is...
this is like, did the castle run in 12 parsecs?
But then again, remember the audiences too, so maybe volts is the better word, even for me.
But Sam, I did some Googling about voltage.
This is pretty lethal.
About voltage, and you can die from 50 volts.
Yeah, no, I know. I had 10,000. Obviously, it's got to sound like a big number, hasn't it? But I was like, no, that's definitely going to kill you.
And 100%. They started saying like, because it's a current, it's sometimes it will be less in other places.
What a way to hype up the brutality.
And they just essentially they were going, if they touch it and they don't die, that's why. So we've got match number 7. It's Team 3D looking to win the NWA tag titles for the first time to complete the Big 4/5 versus LAX. in an electrified steel cage. They clearly saw the barbed wire steel cage at No Way Out 2005 and went, we can top that.
And they couldn't.
Ooh, sexy mood lighting.
It was a little bit romantic.
It was very romantic.
I know the lighting changed, and then I got flashbacks to like old Fiend matches or like lights out matches with Bray and LA Knight. It's like, oh, whenever the lighting's changed, or Sin Cara. The rule is, whenever the lighting changes in a match, it's not going to be a good match.
No, but I was wondering, did they actually mean a lighting change, or have they put so much electricity current going into the match that they just knocked out the rest of the system?
I like that theory.
Did you see what the ref was wearing at the beginning? These big brown felt gloves.
Yeah.
He was like, what's he doing? Falconry?
They're trying to hype up that would protect him from being electrocuted. Does that hold up at all? No. If you wear gloves on an electric fence?
I was Googling this as well, as you know, I got interested, and because they kept saying, and they actually got rubber boots on. It's like, it does make a difference, but at the end of the day, if there's such a large current going through, it can still actually go through.
Yeah.
Things like that. And I was just like, it was just the fact that these beautiful brown... I generally was expecting like an eagle to just come flying in and just land perfectly. And then, electrify the cage. And how do we electrify it? Via hose pipe, apparently. I was like, are you expecting giant crocodile clips attached to the thing?
Yeah.
But no, we get...
Or like a button.
Yeah, a button.
It's now
Let
on.
Conan press it.
Yeah.
No, one of them.
Yeah.
One of them. But then, the lights flicker.
Oh, the crowd are not into this, Sam. They're not into this. Oh, it's bad.
All right, let's actually get into the match. Let's break it down because there's a lot to talk about in this match. Bubba hits a flipping German suplex, a move by Bubba Ray Dudley. What did you think the Dudley boys were thinking when they got told they couldn't do walk and brawl? Because that's all we watched them do was walk and brawl.
Devastated.
They go, Bubba going, oh, God.
I think this is why they won. It's like, well, if we're actually going to wrestle properly, we have to win.
Taking the pin.
Yeah, exactly.
But to fair play to Bubba, he was doing some really cool moves. I thought that German was really, really good, and that was really nice. Sam, what is the issue with an electrified cage match?
Well, Sam, A, you can't escape, but B, if someone touches it, then they are dead and therefore lose.
And do they touch the cage?
Like once.
Every time. They just don't stop touching the cage.
They make a big thing of it on the border toss, but literally they just
They've touched it a million times.
So many times. And they just, nothing happens.
I don't know if a few things happened in this. First of all, that they did touch a few more times that they weren't planned to, because obviously they needed production to be involved. And they planned the electrified spots, but then they touched a few other times because they did a kind of suplex into the cage, but nothing happened. Or they just completely forgot. Like, oh, we touched the door. And you're like, oh, is the door not electrified now? Isn't it metal? Is it also a part of the circuit? Like,
no, I know. Well, it's, the audience obviously doesn't buy it. It's like, we watch wrestling because actually the moves that have been taken are genuinely brutal.
And they
so
hurt,
so we understand that and go, oh, no one buys that Devon Dudley has been electrocuted. And bless his soul, he tries his ass off to actually act.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We will. The electricity is making a hum. Did you hear that? But clearly it was annoying somebody, so they just turned off the hum.
Fair, like, stop annoying fans.
The commentators are trying their absolute hardest to explain why people are touching and nothing is happening. Homicide tried to make Bubba touch the cage, and he's clearly not close enough. So Bubba's like, I'll open my hand.
It's like he's trying to reach the ropes for a rope break.
Like, it's literally, if you do that, you're less away, and he was like, oh, I'm still not close. Homicide then touches the cage and he reacts like a, oh, ow. Like, you know when you go to an electric fence in a field that keeps shaping?
Yeah.
Or like you've touched a pan, you're, oh, wow. It's like, no, this is 10,000 volts, mate. Shouldn't have gone through a little bit more.
What, just like jumped back to the other side of the ring?
Should have done something.
Yeah.
Devon's busted wide open at some point, which in the lighting, you cannot see.
No, so
makes it utterly pointless, and you see how much he bladed when you get to the main event, and the ramp just looks like Dexter. It's just insane, but you can't see it. Then Hernandez climbs to the top rope, clearly uncomfortable, and puts his hand on the gate. And the crowd spot it.
Yeah.
They're not stupid. I know he's put like gloves on, which apparently makes a difference.
Makes it like,
but he's literally open. They're literally saying if your skin doesn't touch, you're fine.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for. And he clearly, obviously, is like, I don't like it up here. Touch the cage.
Also, Sam, if that's the rule, why didn't they all just wear jumpsuits?
Yeah, why did they come
Why
in
did
clutch?
they just go like in loads of layers, like Joey from Friends?
Beekeeping outfit.
Yeah. That makes
Why
no
did
sense.
It should have been stopped, sort of thing. We get some double suplexes. An LAX member attacks the outside ref, steals his gloves, because that's the thing that matters. We need the gloves, so they can give the key to Conan. But he's stopped by Hector Guerrero. Okay.
Good.
Conan, though, hilariously, because he's in a wheelchair because he's just had hip surgery,
Bless the lad.
slowly backs away up the ramp. It's like, beep,
It's like the Homer Simpson meme.
he really did. Hector's opened the door now, which I thought it was like he was going shopping or something.
Yeah.
But like Bobby yells at Hector, "Forget the chair! Give me a table!" And you're like, Bobby has stopped caring at this point.
Absolutely.
Full on yelled, "Get me a table!" Like, seriously, mate. Bubba then hits a gorgeous running powerbomb.
Yes,
Did you see? I was like,
yes.
Bubba, that should be your finishing move.
Yeah, it's great.
One of the best moves I've ever seen Bubba Ray hit. And you're like going, holy crap, he can wrestle. Then it happens. Hernandez border tosses Devon into the electric cage. The lights flicker. There's an electric sound, and Devon swabs like a fish. Huge boos. Now, at this point, the crowd hadn't really, gone against the match.
They were trying to go with it.
They were going with it, and the match, actually, at this point, I'm going to point out, I thought was very good,
Yeah, it's
actually.
actually the best match.
This thing is it's actually
weirdly.
really, really, really good. And I will talk about that. This match is actually very, very good. However, the minute boo, fire, Russo.
I was delighted,
It was
Sam.
immediate. But Sam,
Oh,
Sam, can I just point out one thing, though?
sure.
This has nothing to do with Vince Russo.
Really?
No, he had everything to do with the blindfold.
Of course.
But this is Dutch Mantel.
Really?
Zeb Coulter, yeah, this is his idea. He's one who's booked it and created it. So, fire,
Poor
Zeb
Russo.
Coulter. See how Russo's getting a fire chant. He's like, I didn't do anything,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't do anything. How much time passed, Sam, from Devon being hit with that into the cage with 10,000 volts before Devon then hit an offensive move?
I'm only 60 seconds.
70 seconds. He literally, that's when they do the Dudley device, the LOD device. Hernandez puts Devon on a table, then puts on his magic gloves. Crowd boo for magic gloves.
So stupid. I'm just laughing my ass off at this point.
He goes to the top of the electrified cage. Apparently his arse is not electrified. He's like, I thought the gloves, because there would be rubber gloves, but apparently your shorts are fine. Everyone's going, this is nonsense. The production manager just flickers the lights because he's touching the cage. And they go, but he's not meant to do that. I was like, oh, no. He then dives off the cage. He Bronson reads it.
It is exactly like Bronson.
He Bronson reads it straight through the table. He goes on his feet first, but it looks a great move because Devon moves. They then mess up the finish.
Yeah. Oh,
Devon flings Homicide into the cage.
Yeah, and then
into a 3D, but they drop him.
Yeah.
So that's the
Let's
finishing.
do it
That's the
again.
finish. So we got to repeat that then into the 3D, and that's the finish at 15:36. Sam,
where do I stop this? Because
you had no idea either of these two matches existed.
no.
And suddenly this.
I mean, ultimately, it's a weird one because it's both a good match and it bloody sucks.
It's
at
amazing.
the same time.
It's incredible.
It's a shame the finish wasn't what it was because that would have
It
been
could have been a
decent
good
little
finish, even with the electrified cage.
Exactly, and it's what annoys me about it is it's a big moment with the Dudleys actually winning the NWA title and rounding off that collection 20th tag title, and it's a shame that it will always be remembered for this.
Do you know what? You say that though. Can we just talk about the fact that they then never show them with the belts?
No,
Dudley's huge achievement.
just
And,
cut
and they
immediately.
cut them immediately.
They
It was like, where's the shot with them with all the belts? They took all the belts out there. They got the shot backstage, but they went backstage immediately. No replays. Didn't show them with the new belts that they won. I mean, TNA Brie. This is one of your most. I think they went. Let's just go. Go.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah.
The funny thing is, Sam, I'm going to say this now. I loved this match.
Yeah, well, it's one of those. It's like
I
it's
love this-
the Hall of Fame candidate, isn't it?
I love this for two reasons.
Daft.
One, it is Hall of Fame worthy. It's so stupid. But if you take away the electric cage bit, It's actually really good.
It's really good.
It's Dudley's best match we've seen on this channel, and it was really entertaining. Sam, I gave it 3.5.
Yeah, I get
thought
that.
It was really entertaining.
It's almost like when you take away the crutches for the Dudleys to be lazy, and they actually have to try because it's in a cage and they're winning the titles. They've got an incentive.
And they only used the cage technically twice, so they're electrified. And if they just hadn't kept touching the cage, it would have been all right. Storyline, I gave it a 3. I'm now done with the storyline. Hopefully, now that they've won the NWA Tag Team Championships, they can move on. Backstage with Kurt Angle. Again. But the problem is I'm not listening to Kurt because the crowd aren't listening to Kurt either because they're clearly celebrating with Team 3D who's still in the ring. They probably haven't even been told that they've been cut off. Their music is still playing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, literally the crowd are telling you what they wanted to celebrate.
How much did we need this little promo? I get that you might be a bit tight on time, but could we have not just cut this little interview and just had the celebration?
I'm really confused by it, if I'm being perfectly honest.
This didn't add much.
It did. It was literally Jeff better not screw me.
Yeah.
And that was all it was. It's main event time. Sam, it's Lethal Lockdown. Sam, what is Lethal Lockdown?
It's basically Dean Ambrose's Ambrose Asylum, isn't it? Really?
With War Games.
Yeah.
It's just War Games without the second ring and with the last man enters and they get weapons instead. Sam, do you remember my views on War Games?
You don't like it, Sam?
I friggin' hate War Games. I would rather watch an electrified cage match than a War Games match.
Really?
I hate it. It's stupid. What's the point in 90% of the match? So if you won't know what I'm on about, go to watch our controversial take. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Controversial take really early on. This match is pointless. They're literally fighting in a War Games match for half an hour. This one a little bit less. For no reason, because there's no eliminations, there's no need to fight. You can literally just not get in the ring and not bother. You can just run around or get to the top of the cage and just stay there. There's literally no reason to fight because there's no jeopardy until the last person turns up. It's a real problem. This match needs elimination, and then if you want it to become a War Games where the last man comes out and it's the next fall, do it then, because could you imagine if the last man comes out and it's 3-on-2, 4-on-2, 5-on-1. You know, there's so many different things you could do, and I hate this match. But let's see what happens when you add in a good storyline as well as some weapons. So it turns out Sting and Abyss are still feuding, and now Abyss's mother is involved. AJ Styles is still feuding with Rhino. So Christian has promised his whole team a title shot because essentially no one would be on his team. So that's how we got everyone else. But Kurt Angle only has 3 team members after Sting finally joins. And Jeff Jarrett returns after losing the title, I think was at Bound for Glory. The first time on us reviewing him, which is really interesting. And he hits Styles with the guitar. And he is the 5th man, but that costs them the advantage. So now the advantage, which I actually don't know if is the advantage. I would rather have a man come out last than come out early. Yes, you go 5-4, but get out the last person, the most fresh person. I don't know. It's just me.
Nah, you've always got the number advantage for like 50% of the match. You've got numbers advantage.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm not a fan. Yeah. Main event. And it's the keeper of the keys. It's Rubius Hagrid. I'm sorry. It's an incredibly old Harley Race who did not dress up for the occasion.
No.
Why is he here? Because apparently he's really local. He's made the trip. I think he was having a Burger King next door. And they went, hey, Harley, do you want to be this? Does he have a spot? Sort of. And pay me.
Yeah.
First man for Team Christian is AJ Styles.
I'm delighted.
We then find out that these two are going to wrestle for 5 minutes when everyone else gets 2. Thanks again for the convolution. Thanks to Vince Russo. We could have just gone 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, or 3, 3, 3. First man for Team Angle is the man leading from the front. It's Captain Kurt Angle. So we get 5 minutes of Angle versus AJ Styles.
So as much as we can go, yeah, the match is silly and convoluted. You know what? I just sat back and went, Prime Styles and Prime Angle. I'm going to sit back and enjoy myself. And Sam, I did.
Can we talk about the Kurt Angle from Pittsburgh sucks up to the fans and wears a Cardinal shirt?
Screw it.
Sam, if you were a wrestler, would you wear a Manchester United shirt to suck up to the wrestling fans in Manchester?
No.
You're not doing it?
No.
America? Not even care.
No problem.
I know Angles and Styles are going to go 20 minutes, and they're going to work the entire match, right? But I was expecting more from them in this little 5 minutes.
Yeah, I get it. I think it was very much like the first 5 minutes of like a 30-minute singles match where you're taking it slow, but I'm like, actually, you've got time to go and settle later and
you're going to lie down.
Yeah, exactly.
I was a bit disappointed. They had an angle slam and that was about it. Abyss is the first person for Team Cage, the imbecile of Abyss. And now they have the advantage. So the story of the match, of all War Games, is heels will come in, have the man advantage, until the babyface comes in, evens it all up, and then apparently when it's even, the babyfaces are on top. Abyss does literally nothing. He just punches Angle the entire time. It's all they do until we get our new entrant, which is Rhino. Yay, more Rhino and AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Belly to belly on Abyss. Then busy work, really. Nothing.
This felt much more like a Rumble to me than a War Games.
It did.
Because of the how quick the entrants were coming, and I didn't mind it because it is War Games. I want just get to the point.
Get to the end, yeah.
Get to the point.
And Tyson Conco did, because he got there way before his music, way before they'd even announced him. And main event Tyson Tomko.
Yeah.
You can moan about Jey Uso all you want. We're getting main event Tyson Tomko. Rhino was busted open because he was obviously blading in the corner, which was caught all on camera. Tomko does nothing. Next is Samoa Joe, and then we get some energy.
Yeah.
The match picks up because everything that he does is awesome.
Yes.
We were 10 minutes in and there'd been 0 spots. 0 moments, nothing happened, but he comes in and hits all his moves. All his moves are cool. Muscle Buster, German by Angle. It's great to see. And this is when I was just there going, pins and elimination would really help this match. There's no jeopardy, but thank God Samoa Joe turned up. Scott Steiner is the penultimate man for Team Cage, and the energy comes back down.
Yeah.
Series of slow suplexes. Then, holy crap, he did a Frankenstein! What the hell?
Know.
Oh my God!
I know.
What?
Incredible.
Like, literally, I didn't think he could do that anymore. Like,
No.
compare that to last month. We watched with Kurt Angle doing the and he floated down like a soft butterfly, and he's now doing freaking Frankensteiners.
Insane.
What the hell? I know it's easy for him because he has a cage, so he can something to hold on to, but Jesus Christ, Scott Steiner in 2007 did a Frankensteiner.
Could that have been the last one he ever did?
No, he did loads after this.
Oh,
actually,
did he?
weirdly, he suddenly went a little bit crazy and started doing loads. It was very strange, but this was the first one he'd done for a long time. Sting levels it all up. So much WCW at the back end of this match. Sting hits many a Stinger splash, and ball bounces Steiner up and down, which I always find. Then we get a huge Tower of Doom spot with AJ as the flyer. AJ probably would be wrestling now more comfortably than he is if he didn't work in TNA.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because he took some ridiculous bombs in this match, let alone in his career. Final man with the best entrance music. It's the NWA champion Christian Cage doing the big heel move by Cowardly Champion by coming out last. And now, when the heels come out, everyone came in and cleaned house, didn't they? And they took advantage, and you said that was the whole point. You had 50 minutes out. Christian comes in and just gets jobbed out by Sting. Doesn't hit a move.
Absolutely done.
Does that. Put in the sharpshooter, which means nothing because we haven't had a final entrant. So we bring the final entrant. It's Jeff Jarrett! Whose firework guitar thing explodes. It's meant to be a little spooter that comes at the top of his guitar, and it just bang!
Too much pyro on this show.
I love it so much. And here comes the sparkly roof. It was so sparkly.
It was.
It has loads of weapons. Jarrett grabs a bat and gives it to Sting, and he gives the other weapons to Sting, showing that he is on the team and what he's actually there for, and I liked that. I was a big fan of that. Jarrett himself goes absolutely mental with a lid on Steiner. Steiner just hit me. He's like,
and then Steiner's go, blah, blah. I enjoy those spots. I like it.
Style then runs away, and he goes to the roof. And he made getting to the roof really complicated, and Angle just climbed up really easy. It's like, why did you go that way? Now, it's a very famous thing that Styles, if he's in the Lethal Lockdown, does some sort of crazy spot. And there'll be a spot that I'll put in the Hall of Fame, Sam, from the year prior. But essentially, he's on a ladder on top of the cage.
Oh, no, yeah, I believe I might have seen that one.
Absolutely insane. So you're just watching this going, what's Styles going to do? That's all you're thinking. Then we get the Harley Race spot, because Jim Mitchell is handing Abyss a bag.
Yes.
And Harley Race does a little punch, commits assault, and Keeper of the Keys can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
How would you not keep it up with Jim Mitchell? He's the only person you're going to pay attention to on the outside. Why don't you just stay next to him like a bouncer?
Just grab him.
Just be next to him and go, hey, Jim.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
You're not going to do anything
I wouldn't
now.
mess with Harley
I am
Race.
Harley. I wouldn't mess with Harley Race either. I wouldn't mess with him. And we get Abyss has tax. But before we get the tax, Rhino gores Tomko through the door.
What a spot.
What is Tomko's best thing he ever did is taking a
he
move.
sells
He
it.
went flying.
He sells that.
Oh my God. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Samoa Joe goes flying through as well.
Poor Tomko finally gets up and Samoa Joe just goes bang.
Yeah, imagine. You've already gone through the door and that hurts, and then Samoa Joe comes running at you. Abyss throws the tax on, and Jarrett and Sting do a double choke slam to Christian onto the tax.
Yeah, it's great to
Out
see.
of all the people I didn't think was going to go into the tax in this match, it was Christian.
But I like it.
I liked it too. Angle is now on the top with Styles, and he punches Styles very loosely. And Styles gently turns round and does the biggest cage flip off. And they catch him.
Yes, thank God.
Thank you for catching him.
Apart from Steiner, who's kind of just also there.
Awful camera work, though.
No, I know. And then because you brought up the drone shot earlier, I didn't know whether to say earlier or then. Why don't you use the drone shot for this?
They actually have footage of this thing because they use it in a music video of Styles falling off. But at the live crowd, they did. It's almost like they forgot what they were going to do, or they thought but underneath would be better, and the cameraman was out of position for it because obviously it's hard to judge where they're going to land. And this is why you need to have the overall shot or be able to show the replay. So Angle punches him off. He then flips AJ off, and then Angle lies down on the cage, which makes a difference to the ending of the match. And you're like, Angle, you're fine. Get back down. But if you watch, because obviously Angle's not meant to be in the end of the final sequence, he's literally just lying down on the roof.
Yeah.
It's really strange.
Well, it's like when Undertaker did the spot to Rikishi off Cell in that 6-man, and then went, okay, well that's the end of my part of the match. I'm now going to stay here and Cell.
Yeah,
and it's
really
like
strange.
You can get down.
Yeah, it's really strange. Abyss fills Jarrett's guitar with tax.
I was well up for that.
This is awesome.
What an idea, yeah.
Crowd have had some chance tonight. They are very
good crowd.
They've been confused.
Yeah, as was I.
Jarrett fakes that he's going to hit Sting, tells him to move, smashes Abyss, never drew a dime, and Jeff tells Sting to pin Abyss. Like a true team player. Doesn't take the title shot, gives it to Sting. Team Angle win, and Sting has now become the #1 contender. We're going to go full circle, Sam. We started with Sting and Abyss for the NWA World Championship. Sting is going back for the championship at Sacrifice.
Yes.
So Jeff shakes everyone's hands. Samoa Joe's like, yeah, right. Yeah. But Kurt is like being a big baby. He's like, you did everything I asked you to do. So like Jarrett's like, what are you on about?
What do you want? He's
like, what are you doing?
You took a nap up there.
Yeah, I let Sting win. He's the only one in the ring. It's Mojo's on the outside, and you're upstairs. I mean, what am I meant to do?
Upstairs.
And that is the end of the main event. Sam, what did you think of Lethal Lockdown?
Sam, I was perplexed. You know why? Because it was good.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. Ever since Jeff Jarrett came in, everything really went on. Yeah. It was insane.
It was brilliant.
And that's why TNA, when it's great because it's unhinged. It's unsafe in some ways because
the wrestlers do whatever they want.
Exactly, you can't take your eyes off it. It was brilliant, and the star power in it, frankly, was awesome.
I mean, you've got 9 quality wrestlers and Tyson Tomko.
Yes. Absolutely. He is the Rikishi of this.
He is. He's like one of these things is not like the other.
No. But hey, he took some great spots. So he played his part.
He played his part. That's the funny thing. If you're going to be a nobody in a match, do something.
Like Rikishi did in the South.
Rikishi did in the South.
So, yeah, I loved this match.
So, for me, I gave the story a 4. I thought it was a great storyline of the Jarrett thing. I thought they overhammered it on the night. But in the terms of the build-up, people joining, Christian getting people on the side by promising them a title shots and all this lot, and people not begrudgingly joining Angle, and then I thought it was really great. I gave it a 4. I gave the match 3.5. If the match had started from Jarrett, 4.5. But that opening 20 minutes, Sam, is just so boring. Outside of Samoa Joe doing his spots, nothing happened. I hate War Games, and I hate Lethal Lockdown for that bit. Obviously, it's really entertaining because then the match could end. And it needs to be changed. And that is the end of Lockdown 2007. I'll just give you my score after I've added it all up. 5.75, which for a storyline and match combined, sounds low. It's actually not, isn't it? And it makes it my highest rated show in this TNA saga.
Well, it makes sense, Sam. It's been the best one by far. Imagine if we'd have started on this.
Oh, yeah.
And then gone downhill with the quality we've just had. Yeah. Oh, my word. I'd have been sold a dream.
I know. But we've also got a really decent pay-per-view in Sacrifice coming up where we actually get a good Chris Harris match with James Storm. I do know that there is actually a real match for us to watch when they remembered it's meant to be a blood feud. Sam, what's your thoughts on Lockdown 2007?
I enjoyed it far more than I thought I would. I had been programmed to expect disappointment with these shows and frustration. And
we had no VKM, so.
No, exactly. And I'd kind of given up on actually really fully enjoying all of these after the last one because they were continuously going downhill. This was great. And it was because they actually stopped booking stupid segments. And again, I'm not saying there wasn't stupid in there.
Oh,
I'm not
there was a lot of
Yeah,
stupid
exactly.
in there.
But for the most part,
They let them
they
wrestle.
got out of their own way and just let the wrestlers do their thing and stop trying to be overly convoluted and make it about the bookers. Mostly. Mostly. There were some caveats in there.
We had 7 matches and 4 of them didn't need a cage. And I do think it would have been better if they'd actually had just done 3 cage matches rather than... I don't think Lockdown needs all the cage matches. I do think it's better when it is. I mean, we've proven this at Hell in a Cell, though. It doesn't work anyway.
No.
So technically, I also am going to disagree and think it all needs to be in a cage because the Hell in a Cell one, you made it... Hell in a Cell, you've now made it this one night. And it would be the same if you did Lockdown with only 2 matches. So I'm actually okay with every match being in a cage. But the problem is, it does mean that these guys can't do this spot because we've got another 6 matches to go where they'll need that spot. And it means you have to be unbelievably creative and it makes it a very difficult night to book. So in the end, you just go, let's just not use the cage. And 4 of the matches, outside of maybe using it for balancing purposes, didn't use the cage.
No.
And that was the thing I had. But every match, bar 1, was really good fun. And the match that wasn't was so funny that I have watched it more than any other match on the card. I've never seen a match fall apart so quickly. I loved the Blindfold match. So Sam, here's the question to you. Which match won worst match of the year for the Observer Awards? Was it the electrified steel cage or was it the Blindfold match? Which one won the worst from the Observer?
I'm going to say the electrified cage.
It was the Blindfold
Was it?
match.
Fair,
I think
fair.
the electrified
I would
one-
expect it to be, but I thought you were throwing me a curve.
They were both actually put up for nominations. And how could you imagine having such a fun show but having 2 of the worst matches in wrestling history? I think the electrified cage is actually not bad. It's actually really entertaining. It's just entertaining, but it's just then nonsense at the same time. Insultingly nonsense. But the match is actually very, very good. But that is it. That is our TNA Lockdown 2007. The whole reason that we are doing this show, so Sam can watch this. We are going to finish our saga in November with Sacrifice before we'll have a little month off over Christmas. And we will be coming back in the new year with a brand new saga, which will be The Invasion. But we have Sacrifice next month. Please join us for that. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If this is your first review of us, go and watch our other TNA ones of Kurt Angle. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you again for more Sam's on Wrestling. One more you've got to get that right and be ready.
I never know what you're going to say.